How's it going, everyone? This is Nerd Nova, and welcome back to Paper Mario 64. So, what you're seeing right now is just me doing the Chuck Quizmo side quest here, and yeah, what I'm doing here is just like I'm going to like places like Yoshi's Village. Right now, I'm in Koopa Village, and that's where Chuck Quizmo usually shows up. He shows up in like the Koopa Village, Yoshi's Village, Goomba Village, and Toad Town, and Shiver City. Those are the 5 main places you can find Chuck Quizmo if you want to like do the collect star pieces and do his quizzes. So yeah, there's that. And yeah, there I am in Goomba Village, as you can see. And most of these questions are really easy if you really think about it. They're really self-explanatory. To like, if you also like pay attention to the games and the characters over there, then you can, really figure out like what the answer is. And around this point, I kind of already know. Well, of course I would know now since I already pre-recorded it. But when I was recording it, I looked up online for the questions. Like, I think when I was doing like chapter 6 or something like that, I looked them up to see like what kind of questions they were asking, and it's like, it's not really too difficult one. Though, like, the only difficult ones on there is like saying like how many certain windows or whatever there are in, like, let's say like the Koopa Village or whatever, or was it Koopa Village? Either way, it's like questions like that makes you kind of pay attention to your surroundings and like who the characters are and everything else. So yeah, here I am in Koopa Village again. Let's see, like, one like here. Besides Bombat, how many were in prison in the Koopa Bros Fortress? Now, okay, that one makes that makes a little bit more sense. There wasn't like 8 or 12, bombs in that one cage or whatever. So yeah, 4 is like that. The answer was 4 over there. So yeah. So yeah, here I am in Yoshi's Village, and getting to these places, isn't really too bad. Which, thank God, it didn't do like the commentary or do live commentary like as I was playing this, because that was just gonna be a pain in the ass. Because I did this for like an hour and everything else. But yeah, going here, let's say like from like Goomba Village all the way to no. Let's say going like from Toad Town to, let's say, like Shiver City. Well, that's not really too bad. All these aren't really too bad to go to. I mean, it would be like if I were just to do live commentary as I was going, but I think this would have been better. Just doing the posts and everything else. So yeah. Basically, just going here, just back and forth to all these places. And yeah, Wiz, want to try this quiz? Alright, on to the question. Alright, what question would this be? Okay, now this guy, okay, that makes sense. Merlo is the guy you sell, but you give your star pieces to, but like the best seller is Rolf. The only reason why I remember that was because of the Muppets or whatever. I thought of Rolf and everything like that, so it's actually the same name, whatever. Because they're both dogs and whatever. I don't know. Some of these things is less like you have to really pay attention to. And I think this is the first one we ever gone to Shiver City right here. What's this question? Okay, this is like, see, like questions like this is self-explanatory. I mean, if you didn't pay attention to like that little intro before you start the game, then, or even like the prologue or whatever, then I don't know. Let's see, just stuff like this is just way too easy. Alright, so where am I now? It sounds like I'm in Koopa Village right now, so okay, it's like stuff like this that you have to really pay attention to. Because I think the yellow one, I think there's only one red one. Say that 3 times fast. One red one and one, I don't think we see a yellow one in there. But anyway, and speaking of the devil, I'm already in Koopa Village. So the red one was like Koopa Coots, and the yellow one, I'm not too sure what the other one, that one was, so. But that's another thing, he'll show up, like if you don't think, but like if you go out of like the area, then he'll show up there. So that's how I've been doing things. How to like get him or like to respond or whatever. And I don't know, did I already say this? You need to do at least all 7 chapters before. So all 7 chapters so you can like do this challenge. I mean, you can't do it in between chapters, but I would just recommend you guys just to do every chapter all the way up to chapter 7, so that way you can just go to all these places and everything else. So it will be, you know, easier to do it. Alright, so we got 27 star pieces. So I don't think I've said this before, but like there's 64 since the name Paper Mario 64. You gotta get 64 star pieces in order to if you want to complete this game, or what, like 100% it, not completely like finish the game, but like if you just want to get like collectibles and stuff like that. Who hides in carpets and Jar Jar ruins? That would be the Pokemummies. Some of these questions are just like, what's the word I'm looking for? There are, I wouldn't say they're too tricky, but like if you like, you know, quickly press a button onto the wrong answer, which can happen, then you do that. What do you get from the star pieces? From Merlo. Badges, of course. So. Alright, so what is this one? This is the 29th? Yeah, as you can see, I'm not really reading these, so where do I go after this? Oh, I just go back to Koopa Village. So what's this question here? Who knows the location of Jar Jar Desert? Oh, the Jar Jar ruins in Jar Jar Desert. That would be Mustafa's. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. I don't know how many times I'm gonna keep saying that and everything, but I don't know. You know, with this whole thing, this whole you know, staying quarantined and everything else and everything. You know, it's kind of, you know, it's good for our health and everything else, but once you stay in for so long, you kind of miss going outside. And it's just like coming from someone who doesn't really go out that much. I mean, I do go out, but I don't know, but I kind of prefer to stay inside, whatever. But you know, like if like the idea of, you know, like your freedom of not going out anymore is lost or whatever. But I mean, there are some good to this. I mean, at least I caught up to most of like the books I've been reading and everything else, so that's good. Catch up to some of the shows I've been watching, so at least there is some good in that, I guess. And that besides work, I mean, man, I can't really wait to go back to work. It's as you know, as much as I don't know. I mean, work is, I mean, like, you really can't complain about your work unless, you know, it really is that bad or whatever. But, yeah. You're, like, the idea of, you know, like, your freedom saying you really can't go out anymore, that's kind of sucks, so, I don't know. Life is, like, right now, life is just really, it's really strange. That's the best way I can put it. But enough of that, you know, talking, you know, like all the, you know, talking about this or whatever, but yeah, so what is that? No, not like what's on the screen or whatever, but like something's flying in my eye or whatever. Anyway, So what was that? It doesn't really matter what the question was. I'll just look back at it and see what it was. So wow, 34. I've been talking that long and it's been like on the 34th one. Okay. Let's see. What's this question? Other than lemons, what fruit drops from when you hit the tree in the desert oasis? Limes. Which is funny enough that coconuts and apples are both juices that you can hit, or fruits you can hit and make juices out of. So yeah. I don't know if there's such thing as coconut juice, but I know there's apple juice, lime juice. I don't know who would drink lime juice. I mean, there's some people who would drink a lime juice, I guess. I don't even think there's coconut juice. There's coconut water. I don't know, man. I'm just talking so I can just, I don't know, get some commentary in this. Because my idea of this was just going to put this at a silence, like with no commentary at all. But I don't know. I might as well just keep it in here while I have, like, you know, this the questions up here, and just talking of just like what I've been doing whatsoever. So I recently saw the Castlevania series, the cartoon on Netflix, which is it's okay. I mean, even though I've never played a Castlevania game ever, which I probably want to get into playing, but just like watching that gives me like a little bit of the lore, because like I think, because like where the series starts is like where like Super Castlevania is. That's where it starts. So yeah, other than that, it's pretty good. I just got finished watching season 3, which is it's good. So because you really don't really see too many like adaptations for like from like video games besides the movies, and most of those are either garbage or ended up doing pretty good, which is mostly the latter half of, you know, them being garbage or whatever. Except for the Sonic movie. Now the Sonic movie was pretty good. I did enjoy that one. That's probably like one of the first movies that was adapted from like a video game that I pretty much enjoyed. Whatever. And I wonder, did they ever make that Ratchet and Clank movie? Did they ever do that? If they did, then I don't know. Anyway, might as well save here, because you never know what can happen with your game progress and everything. Like lately here, I've been getting a bunch of power outages, and yeah, because you never know. Because like, could you imagine if like you were doing this and this side quest anyway, and then like you the power goes off and there's like no autosave. That's another thing. There's no autosave like during this time of when games are being made like this. And yeah, that would pretty much suck, basically. So yeah, I don't know, it's just going here and there to back and forth, like that must be pretty, you know, draining for Mario in this case. You're going from a cold place into a decent place. Shouldn't he, you know what? Never mind, it's not really that much important. Alright, so what's this one we get? Okay, wow, our 40th star pieces. The last thing I read was like it was the 34th. And back again, see, that's the thing, you know? We're back from like a decent place to a tropical place, and then, well, we went from like we went from a freezing place to a nice place, and now to a tropical place. That's some weird weather experience he must be facing. It's just like, oh man, I just came from this. Like, my body is just like, I don't know. Anyway, see, there we go again. Now we're going to a dry place. I don't know. What do we get? Parcels, letters, or handbills? You don't get handbills, you get letters. Parcels are just basically packages, I guess. Why can't they just say packages on here? I don't know. It's just that, I guess. So, back in Koopa Village again, and what's the question on here? Question among the following, which is not in Toad Town, which is the mayor's office. Makes sense because there's shops and there's that one station, but no mayor's house. The only mayor's house in the game is in Sugar City. So yeah, if you've been paying attention, then you would, you know, notice that. Speaking of which, places that I need to do, I don't know if I want to do the dojo in there. That's an optional thing. So I might be able, I might do it, I might not, but who knows. But I think you need like a insanely high level, or like you need to be like level 25 or at least something like that to do that. And I don't know if you can use like your what is it, your items? I think you can, since it is like an optional boss or whatever. But I'm not sure if I'm going to be planning on doing that. Maybe, I don't know. I might end up doing it as a bonus video. Who knows? We'll just have to see. Who am I? IQ Tessa, Sir Quizby. Nah, you're Chuck Quizmo. That's like, some of these questions are just pretty wacky. 45. So we need, let's see, we need 21 more to go. Or 20 after this, where do I show up? In towns and villages. So yeah, we needed 21 more star pieces. Or 20 after this quiz here. So yeah, this is, you know, me talking. I mean, you don't really get like me speaking about like stuff like this or anything like that, besides, you know, me playing the game or whatever. So this is pretty nice. I like doing like these post commentaries and everything, so that way I can really get my thoughts out and everything. Looks like we're gonna need 19 more now. After this, yeah, 47, we're gonna need 19 more. 19 more star pieces in order to complete this quiz. So yeah. After this, then I'm just gonna stop the video. But before I do, let me know if there's anything you want me to like review, like the levels here, because I would love to do that. So anyway, thanks for watching, and this is Nernova. Bye.